Hello everybody, what's going on? I'm Stingraver and today I'm talking about Arrow versus Flash, or is it Flash versus Arrow, the episode of The Flash. And I'm not just reviewing the episode, I'm also talking about who would win this fight. Everybody's going to say Flash will win because he's super fast and he can hit him multiple times before he can ever get a chance to do anything to him. But in this fight, in the show, pretty good. I was wondering how they were going to do it. Why the hell would the Flash want to fight Arrow in the first place? It doesn't make any sense to me. I was like, what? He always seemed like a cool guy. Barry Allen seemed kind of laid back, funny, a little bit cocky. I would say that. But it's because of the villain. He's able to make some part of your brain make you angry or whatever. He basically caused chaos in a bank, and everybody was beating the shit out of each other. And one girl was actually going to kill this guy, and Flash stopped it, of course. But that's not the point here. Also, he's also coming after when these cops, they're going to arrest the guy, and basically Joe tells him to go get the guy, and then all of a sudden he looks in his eye and he turns around and he's about to shoot the other cops, and the Flash stops it, or he moves him out the way. But actually Arrow's the one that stops him, and he's basically now he's gonna teach Flash. And you can kind of tell that Flash is pretty mad and a little bit angry about being having to be taught or trained or something like that. And he gets two arrows in his back too. So that's pretty cool. The fight scene with them was really awesome. I did like it. You can debate who won that. It doesn't really matter. I'm not sure who I like better. I became a big Green Arrow fan because of this show. Well, also I did read the comic books, and I did read the Flash comics as well, but mostly Wally West, not Barry Allen. So I'm sorry if I'm not a huge Barry Allen fan, even though I grew up with Barry Allen, but I didn't get a chance to read those comic books when I was a kid because I just was into Superman, so it was always about Superman and Batman and all this other stuff. So I just missed out on all that stuff. That's my fault, people. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't really know too much about his villains. I don't know too much about the Flash, Barry Allen. And I haven't read a Flash comic book in years. My favorite Flash is actually John Fox, and he's a Flash from the future. It was a blue costume. If you know who I'm talking about, I don't know who I am, but it's not who I am. I know it's not the former coach of the Carolina Panthers. He's the coach of I don't know. I don't freaking know. Maybe it's the Denver Broncos. Who knows? I'm guessing. But that's beyond the point. He was my favorite Flash. Also like Impulse, Barry Allen, which they changed his name to Kid Flash in the New 52, which is very confusing because supposedly Wally West is going to be called Impulse. So if you read the older stuff, you'd be like Barry Allen or Bart Allen was Impulse, not Kid Flash, and Wally West was Kid Flash, but now he's not Kid Flash, and Bart Allen's Kid Flash, and it's all freaking. It's making me lose my mind. You know, I like Wally West. I like Impulse, Bart Allen. I like Barry Allen. I like the TV show version. Usually, I like the live action characters better than I like the comic book version. It's kind of like, in instance, I like the Iron Man in the movies, but I won't read his comic books. I don't like them. They're not interesting to me. I won't even pick it up. So that's something to point out, even though I didn't particularly like the third one. But what am I doing? Why am I talking about that? But I'm just making examples. Anyways, what I'm saying, this episode was really good. And they did find out his identity. What's his name? Dr. Wells. He found out Barry Allen, not Barry Allen, but Oliver Queen's identity. Imagine that. Felicity freaking said Oliver out loud. He's like, oh, oh no shit, you're gonna figure out who it is now. Freaking idiots. Damn. And Joe don't really like the Arrow, it didn't seem like, but Arrow proved he's not a bad guy. He's cool, so fight scene was pretty good. And when cops dating Iris West, after the Flash took him out of the car, just ripped him out of the car. That was awesome. I was like, he's gonna beat the hell out of that man. I was hoping he would, but he didn't do it. He was so angry. If it wasn't for Arrow, he would have been down for the count for good. Anyways, now Iris is having problems with the Flash. It kind of reminds me of Arrow when what's her name, had a problem with Arrow after the jail episode where he gets in jail and beats that guy half to death. But anyways, that's beyond the point. It did seem kind of like that instant. They turn. I thought you're a good guy. It wasn't me. I always hate that whenever the hero comes back and is like, I was under my control. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And then they're like, the bullshit. It looked like you. Oh god. And then the debut of Firestorm. That was awesome. So these guys are talking to him, and you should be sitting out here. Why are you shaking? You're cold or whatever. And then he gets up. He's like, I'm not cold. And he's like, all this fire coming out of his head and hands. It's awesome. Firestorm was about to burn them to a crisp. I'm pretty sure that was awesome. They didn't really get to do anything with Captain Boomerang in this episode, but I know I've been wanting to do verse battles, and I haven't done it. I was gonna do my characters versus characters from DC Image, whatever, and I'm even sometimes it'll be some of my characters one on one and kind of explain it to them. But I'm just gonna kind of do characters from other comic books versus my characters, or vice versa, characters from this Zombie Tramp versus Drift from Transformers. That ain't gonna happen. That wouldn't be a good fight. And everybody would be like, you're an idiot. You don't do that, man. You don't do that. Well, if Rainbow Dash can beat Starscream, then what the hell is your problem? It can happen, right, people? Anyways, believe in the rave. And no, I'm not going to ask you what your opinion is on this episode because I know you're not going to say anything if someone does watch it. BAM! Believe in the rave. I already said that. I gotta go.